100.5 FM, 13 and a half minutes after 8 o'clock this morning is just literally flying by. And we have a special guest in the studio.
Yes.
I'll let you introduce her.
Our insurance expert,
Good morning.
Sonia from Brian Insurance.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I have a question for you if you
Okay.
don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
So, bright and early this morning, I get my insurance renewal for my airplane.
Okay.
Now, some of you might know I've talked about flying and stuff, and pilots like to tell you this: commercial multi-engine instrument rated. So this is like I'm really insurable.
Sure.
And
sure.
I have a 1970 aircraft. Okay, it's,
Okay.
it's restored,
Sure.
it's repainted and stuff.
He
It's
is the commander of the Walker Air Force, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, that's important.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get a banner to hook onto the airplane so that I can fly around with a banner that says Y100.5 FM on it.
You mean make one of a poster board?
No, I'd have to be a little bit bigger than
Okay,
that to
just
see
checking.
it. But anyway, no, my plane's not designed for that. And I don't think my insurance agent would do that. You don't do aircraft
We do
insurance.
everything.
Do you really?
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe I need to hand this over to you.
We'll talk.
Brad, that is 549.
Yeah, where's my buddy Brad?
Yeah.
He did lift my desk and help move it
That's
upstairs that day.
Yeah.
Brad made the biggest mistake. Brad Bryan. He drove by and he saw us unloading stuff and he says, "Can I help?" And
Well, he's
The rest
pretty
is
good
history.
about that though. He's a good guy to do stuff like that. So.
well, anyway, I've got to I'll tell the story, and I just wondered if this is typical because when I started when I bought the airplane back in 2006, 11 years ago, my insurance was off the map. It was like $1,500 a year. All right.
Right.
Do you know that today the renewal is showing up as $570? Now, I know it's because of flight time and
Yes.
ratings, but is that typical in the industry?
For aviation, yes, and really, what's more typical is that it was higher to start with because you probably didn't have obviously
Yeah,
the
I had
experience.
like 90 hours.
Right. So yeah. So no, the more experience you get, that is definitely typical in the aviation
Okay.
realm.
But
that's a pretty good deal.
all right. Well,
Okay.
there's the deal. See if you can outbid that.
All right, we'll see what we can do.
I didn't know y'all did it.
Yeah,
aviation.
we do. Yeah, we have a specialist that we deal with for years that knows all the markets for aviation. So yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Well, we'll send that along.
Okay.
Until October 5th.
Oh yeah, we are.
Everything I got's insurable, so I've been told that before.
Yeah.
That if you got it, it's insurable.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You can insure just about anything if you have the money to pay
That's
for
right.
it.
Do have a question about water.
Okay.
Okay, with Harvey coming in and what we saw in Florida and stuff like that, the government of the United States of these Americas, they sell flood insurance for your home, your structures, and things like that. What about your vehicles? I mean, do you have to buy flood insurance from the government, or does your regular car insurance?
Great question.
Does it cover water damage and stuff like that?
That is a great question, and the easy answer is no. What you can buy from the FEMA, the National Flood Plan is what we call it, is on structures, homes, businesses. But your auto insurance, if you have physical damage coverage, some people refer to it as comprehensive coverage, but it's the physical damage coverage, then that would cover damage by flood or rising waters, that kind of thing. I think the important thing though, and we don't see it as often here in North Texas, although we did at one time, but as an example, whenever they knew the hurricane was going to hit, insurance companies put out what's called a moratorium, which is the same with National Flood. Whenever there's a known storm, you can't run and bind coverage then.
Right.
Because, that's not how insurance works. We could get into the whole pre-existing condition on health insurance, but we don't have time for that today. But so that would be a problem if you just didn't decide that you wanted to cover your car until after you knew there was going to be a hurricane hit and flood. Then no, but yes, your physical damage on your physical damage coverage on your auto policy would cover damage by flood.
When you talk about the water, does it? I mean, because I don't know. I mean, does your car have to be like submerged in water, or does the windows have to be down and just get wet and messed up? I mean, how does that work?
Well, it's just a matter of how much damage is done. So, of course, you're going to have
Depending on your deductible.
You're going to have a deductible. So, the best thing to do, especially with a hurricane, it's coming, is put your car somewhere where it's not going to get damaged. I mean, you can't move a house, but you can move a car. But, however, it just depends on how much is damaged, because you can have everything from the scenario with the windows open, water coming in, ruin your seats, to your car's gone because it was carried away. And anything in those realms would be covered by the physical damage, subject to the deductible.
Now, another thing I've been hearing and I don't know how true this is, but you know, you see stuff on TV all the time about different things. And this, we've got this hurricane come through. There's going to be a lot of money paid out by the insurance companies. What is that going to do to rates, basically, across America?
Well, it's hard to say right now. Not necessarily. Now, I'm not talking about flood insurance, which is a whole different thing, but property and casualty. It's not necessary doomsday that rates are going to go up. But, you know, that's usually what happens when there's claims. You just also have to look at the history of how many major storms have happened over the years, if the insurance companies are still profitable or not, and because that's how they determine their rates.
You know, you got a town like, you know, Port Aransas and places like that are basically just blown away. You got to send your adjusters out and stuff like that. How in the world they walk up and look at something and go,
Well, that's what they're trained to do, and to
Yeah.
be an adjuster, you have to have a license, and they're educated, and that's what they're trained to do, and that they know what to look for, you know, how to ascertain the damage. And another thing, you know, talking about rates, if you have property on the coast, you're already paying a lot of money for wind and hail insurance and for flood insurance.
so you're basically paying ahead.
Well, I'm
For
not.
stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, it's expensive, and there's very few markets that write coverage on the coast. So yeah, those people are already paying a premium for that, and then yeah. But I mean, it's always possible that because claims essentially make rates, so it's possible that, you know, they're going to go up, but not necessarily.
You know, around here we don't have to worry too much about the hurricanes, but the floods is something we do have to worry about. So if folks need to get a hold of you guys to talk to y'all about these situations, what do they need to do?
Well, you can call us at 940-549-2525. You can come see us, second floor, Sierra Bank, or visit us at www.bryanins.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.